Welcome to Indiana College Association Counseling, Indiana Association of College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. I apologize for being on mute. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Sanjeev Menon, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescam.com/Indiana. I'd like to now turn it over to our first presenter, University of Dayton.
Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Amy Hayes, and I am from University of Dayton. I actually share Indiana with Missy Bondi, who, excitingly enough, is not here because she's getting married. So here we are. Welcome to the neighborhood of University of Dayton. We are a Catholic Marianist university. Sorry, I just lost it. Okay, we are a Catholic Marianist university located in Dayton, Ohio, so not too far from you there in Indiana. We've got about 8,000 undergrads, 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and retention rate of 91%, which is really good with everything that's been going on. So our light does more than shine. Basically, we are a diverse school. We really try hard to extend our service out into the community. So we are very tied to our city of Dayton, and we link our learning and scholarship with our leadership and service. Top tier institutions. So you can see we've got some highlights there. Top 10% teacher education, #1 Catholic University for sponsored engineering, R&D, materials R&D, to Fortune 500 research facilities on our campus. So we've got a lot going on. You can find we've got more than 80 different academic programs. We also have a wonderful thing called Discover programs. So whether you're not exactly sure what you want to do, you don't really come in as undecided. You come in one of our Discover programs. So we've got Discover Engineer, Discover Business, Discover Arts and Sciences, and I love it. I think it's an amazing thing. So, we try to keep we definitely keep everybody on track to graduate on time, but don't feel like you have to come in knowing exactly what you want to do right away. Like I just talked about our Discover programs, we also have honors programs, different bachelor's plus master's programs. So it's wonderful. Lots of support on campus, multi-ethnic engagement center. We also have an engineer center, office of learning resources, lots of counseling, lots of tutoring, lots of health and wellness. So we look at you as a whole, and we want to make sure that we are developing you as a whole when you become part of our Flyer family. So 270 student organizations. One of the things I love is one of our first days before classes start, we do up the orgs, and all of those organizations are out on campus for you to learn about. We're definitely proud to be top 15 of happiest students, and students love our college. They love our student neighborhood, and that has to do with living. We live in a dorm, we live in houses, we've got all sorts of stuff. So we like to say we like to brag about how many people we have that are living on campus and loving it. 82% graduation rate, 97% success rate. You can find all of these on our website, so I don't like to spend too much time going over all of that. A four-year approach, this is one thing that I really love. You're automatically considered for merit scholarships. We have a free application, which is wonderful. Your net tuition is locked in. So all 4 years, you're gonna know exactly what you need to pay. As long as you file a FAFSA and you come to a visit, or whether it's virtual or any sort of activity or event that we have, you are automatically considered, or automatically given, I should say, the $4,000 textbook scholarship. And we have no extra added fees. So very transparent. How to apply, obviously, our application is now open. It is free. So feel free to get on udayton.edu and apply now. October 1st is when that FAFSA opens. We say make sure to take advantage of that. November 1st is our early action deadline. You can see our timeline there on the bottom of the screen. So I would love for you to see for yourself. We've got some major dates coming up. We've got 3 open houses. The first one is October 3rd. You can go on and register for that now. So if you are able to come visit campus, that is the biggest part about Dayton. It is such a great sense of community. As soon as you're on campus, you know, what I love about it is students are opening doors and talking, and you know, there's just something for everybody. It's a bustling, I should say, atmosphere here at the University of Dayton. This is my contact information. So if you have any questions, you know, we only get 6 minutes on these things, so we can't really go into too much detail. So please feel free. I'll put my information in the chat as well. I would love for people to connect with me so that I can answer more questions, especially when it comes right now to the application process. We want to make sure, you know, we are test optional. We want to make sure that you're applying the correct way. And, you know, we are on Common App, and we're on Coalition as well. So however you're thinking you would like to apply, we've got you covered. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and hopefully that worked there. Yeah, okay. And like I said, any questions, you can put them in the chat, and I will put in my contact information there now. Thank you so much. Please think about joining our wonderful Flyer family.
Thank you, University of Dayton. We will now have Columbus College of Art and Design.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be joining all of you in Indiana virtually this evening. My name is Ellen Ellis, and I am the Director of Admissions here at Columbus College of Art and Design, or CCAD, as we call it. We're located in Columbus, Ohio, so a pretty easy drive from you all, particularly located in maybe the greater Indianapolis area. It's an easy shot right down I-70 to join us here in Columbus. But let me talk a little bit about what we have to offer here. We are a small, tight-knit community entirely focused in the visual arts. We've been doing this for quite a while, over 140 years. We are a population of about 1,100 total students, which translates into small class sizes and a tight-knit community with about a 9 or 10 to 1 student to faculty ratio. We have students joining us from across the country and from around the world, though. So to be a small school, you'll still get that really exciting next step, eye-opening experience of meeting new people and expanding your horizons and relationships in college. These are the 11 majors that we offer. As I mentioned, we do focus in the visual arts, but you'll see there that we offer majors in everything from advertising and graphic design to fashion, industrial design, as well as animation, game art and design, fine arts, photography, and more. Now you can minor in any of these majors as well. We also offer a business minor program, creative writing, as well as others. So we really are excited to help students tailor and customize their academic experience, not just by choosing a major, but also by choosing a minor. Another thing which I think is really exciting at CCAD, unlike some of our art and design colleagues, if you will, would be that students do get to start their major of choice from their first semester when they join us here. So you're going to embark on some core studio classes, a few gen eds or liberal arts style courses, but you're also going to get to start your major of choice from your first semester here at CCAD. We're excited for you to dive right into what you're most interested in. Our academics and access for students to really top-notch industrial grade technology, tools, resources, and studio spaces prepares them for careers they might expect, maybe that match the title of the major they're going into. So going into graphic design, I want to be a graphic designer or a fashion designer, but it also prepares students for careers they might not expect. We've had alumni go on to have careers with NASA, designing educational materials and videos for some of their programs. We certainly have students and alumni graduate and join major studios like Disney Pixar or Netflix or Paramount Entertainment. We have students blaze their own trails like Katura A. Bobo, a fine arts alumni who now illustrates these beautiful children's books. This I Am Enough one is a wonderful example. or Lolly's Stamps, who graduated from advertising and graphic design and now operates her own ceramics business. Her small batch mugs, ceramic pieces actually sell out in minutes now online. She's so well known. Susanna Madrid is a high-end footwear designer that graduated from our fashion design program. And every single one of these images represents just an incredible, unique story, hundreds more of which I could tell you about. And so what I'd love to invite you all to do next is come join us and visit our community by taking a tour. I'll post a link in the chat with my name, my contact information, but also a link where you can sign up to join us for an in-person or virtual tour. And you can hear some more of these amazing current student and alumni stories and explore more of our campus. We are located in downtown Columbus. As I mentioned, we're small in population. We're also small in footprint. Being that we're downtown, we're right next door to the Columbus Museum of Art. Students enjoy free access to a Metro bus pass in the Columbus area. We have 2 on-campus residence halls and a variety of organizations and clubs for students to get involved in, with tons of great on-campus activities taking place indoors and outdoors throughout the year. A lot of times I don't think students think of Columbus as being a major hub of the arts. Oftentimes they think of New York or LA or Miami or Chicago. And while you can certainly have fantastic experiences there in the arts or design industries, Columbus actually has a lot to offer. We are one of America's next boom towns, home to a variety of higher education options. And so it's a really exciting atmosphere and affordable city for students to get their start and launch into their creative career. So here's our contact information, admissions@ccad.edu. As I mentioned, I'll also be posting some links in the chat, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about any of our specific major options or programs. But do know that our application will open very soon, within the next 3 to 4 weeks. We're also available in the Common App. Our early application deadline is December 1st, and our priority deadline is February 1st. So reach out and we'll be happy to provide you with the links, an application fee waiver, and or some help building your portfolio. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Columbus College of Art and Design. We will now have Mount St. Joseph University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kristen Coughlin, and I'm an admission counselor at Mount St. Joseph University. You'll have to excuse my current setting. I'm coming to you live from my car because I'm out traveling, visiting high schools, and let's squeeze this in today around some other stuff. But Mount St. Joseph University is a small liberal arts college located in Cincinnati, Ohio, so just under a 2-hour drive from Indianapolis, to help give you a reference point. And I think the best use of my time today would actually be to share a video with you all that has some thoughts and opinions from some current students, professors about the Mount and what makes it so special. So I'm going to go ahead and play that, and then I'll finish up with a bit more information after that.
The heart of a lion means following your passion with an intensity unmatched by others. You're not measured by the number of times you get knocked down. Success is measured by the number of times you get back up.
First college I came to see was the Mount, and when I got here, I just felt like I felt at home. Everybody was inviting, and it just felt like, you know, a home away from home.
I came to the Mount because I get the support of that small school feel that I really, really loved. I thought I wanted to go to a big school, but once I actually got there, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I felt like I was just a number.
We have incredibly small class sizes here at the Mount. I come to this campus and like I know where everything is. It's got all the resources I could ever need. Everything's just been wonderful.
The most important thing when a student comes to a small liberal arts university is that they are developing a relationship with a faculty member, both in the classroom but also during advising sessions. We're finding out about their goals and helping them navigate how to get there.
I had a student that struggled early, athletically and academically. One-on-one meetings, getting to understand that student, where they come from, and just a little bit about their background helped me reach them better.
Every student at the Mount is different. Some of us have things going on outside, some of us don't, but having that catered need to learn about you as a student and to help you overcome whatever your hardships are outside.
Seriously, like I was the only person who had kids, so my circumstance was very unique.
Freshman year, heading towards exams, and I couldn't take it anymore. It was too much. And I walked into my advisor's office and I looked him dead in his eye and told him I'm gonna drop out. He closed the door and talked to me. Ever since then, I told myself, I'm not giving up.
Our advisors are really dedicated to us.
They work with you. They really want you to succeed.
My advisor is not just my advisor. He's just someone I can actually talk to and just let things out when I need to.
I got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. We have the Child Development Center, and they are the most amazing set of people. They're like, okay, if you need to take a test, we'll give you that time.
We tell our guys, find a way to grow. We put a big emphasis on being the best versions of ourselves.
When I came here, I felt that the education was a lot more intimate.
I don't even feel like I'm really at school sometimes. I just feel like I'm in a place where I'm just like growing as a person.
Gosh, Cincinnati's great. Like, you have so much opportunity to do anything you want.
Cincinnati is one of those cities, I think, that just has something for everybody.
You know, the sports centers.
To the art.
We have a great downtown urban setting.
Everything is like right there.
To me, Cincinnati is the most wonderful place in the world.
So what makes me really excited about the future is seeing where my students are going to go.
Seeing my student athletes graduate and affect the community in the best way they see fit.
Mostly I want to become a nurse practitioner.
Go to grad school.
To be first assist on open heart surgeries.
A student who fulfills their educational journey and then ultimately comes back and says thank you, that's the most fulfilling.
Come back home. The Mount wants to see you. We want you to come tell your story. Think of the Mount as your family. They want to hear when you get engaged. They want to hear when you get promoted. You know, you can stay away as long as you want, but the light's always on, the door's always open.
It's not just about I got a job or I got into graduate school. It's I've made a meaningful life. You helped me get there.
I didn't think that I would actually come this far, but here I am. I'm going to graduate next year.
Okay, great. To wrap things up really quickly, again, my name is Kristen, and our application is live on our website right now. It's free until December 1st. I'm going to drop my information in the chat. If you have questions about the Mount or the application process, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you so much, Mount St. Joseph University. We will now have Ohio Wesleyan.
Hi, and thanks everybody for joining us this evening. And you're about to hear a presentation from yet another school in the great state of Ohio. And Ohio Wesleyan University is a small private liberal arts university right in the center of the state of Ohio. We're in Delaware County, which is north suburban Columbus, Ohio. So the Columbus metropolitan area is actually the largest metro area in the state. And it is the second largest metropolitan area in the Midwest after Chicago. So there's obviously a lot going on. Our campus is self-contained. We're not spread out all over the metro area. You can walk end to end in probably about 10, 15 minutes. And a big enough place to matter, but a small enough place that you're going to count. You're not going to run into the same 12 people everywhere you go, but you are going to recognize people on campus. And that is really one of the things that creates a great sense of community. You're looking from a drone shot, looking at the west end of campus, a lot of the academic buildings, some of the administration. And if you were to turn that drone, 180 degrees, you'd be back looking across what we call the Jaywalk, the grand thoroughfare through the center campus, and across at some of our brand new residence halls that we just completed. So our signature experience, the OWU connection, and you've heard me say that twice now, Ohio Wesleyan University, after a while can be a tongue twister. And I think we're the only OWU out there. So we've just claimed it, OWU. It's easier to say, it's more fun. Think big, go global, get real is the tagline. It's for students who really care about exploring these big ideas, creating a better future for you and the world you're about to live. So you're going to work with your professors and design your own unique OWU connection pathway. This is not limited to any segment of our student body. This is for all of our students. So think big through guided, personalized research projects, interdisciplinary study, go global. We tell students, bring your passport, prepare to travel as early as your first semester. Nearly 70%, so over 2/3 of OWU students travel through, semester abroad, travel learning classes, university funded connection experiences anywhere in the world. You'll notice in this example, Eva's path was non-linear, right? We kind of set this up intentionally just as a pictorial. It did have some loops and swoops, and she was trying to figure out what exactly did she want to do. But as you can see, she got to go a lot of different places: Costa Rica, Panama, locally at the Columbus Zoo. And now she is working in, of all places, Fairbanks, Alaska. So your journey starts on campus, but it can take you so many different places. I talked a little bit about our location. The best description I can think of when it comes to where we're located, Delaware, Ohio has, small town charm, but big city opportunities. Delaware, Ohio is centrally located, like I said, about 25 minutes north of downtown Columbus. Downtown Delaware, the picture on the left, is less than a 5-minute walk from your residence hall. So you're going out on the weekend with your friends, going to get a bite to eat off campus, do a little quick shopping, need to run to the pharmacy, the grocery store, fill up the car with gas. It's all right there, less than a 5-minute walk from campus. You have 50 restaurants. I don't know about you, I like to eat. So a 50 restaurant span in a downtown area that total population is 40,000 people. That's some good eating. Columbus, nearby, it's accessible, it's vibrant. I mentioned, biggest in the state, second biggest in the Midwest, 14th largest in the country. So aside from size, it's also ranked 3rd among best cities for new graduates. So it's a metropolitan area that is a great place for young people. So think of it just in terms of that location. And for those of you thinking about going into theater, certainly opportunities there. Political science, we're near the state capitol, and we're number 8 in the US for STEM jobs. I mentioned politics and government, health and human kinetics. If you're thinking about being an AT, OT, PT, business, certainly lots of Fortune 100 and 500 companies all around campus. Psychology, a great, versatile, transcending degree that can go a lot of places. And a fun kind of niche program in zoology. I mentioned the Columbus Zoo earlier. So just those are some of the top 5 in terms of the number of students enrolled, but we have over 75 majors to choose from. And if you don't know what you want to do yet, that's totally fine. I mentioned our brand new residence halls. We're 85% residential. Smith Hall, those are pictures there on the top. It's our home for first-year students. And the bottom picture, that is Bradford Milligan Hall. That just opened up weeks ago when the semester started. That's apartment style living. So lots of different ways to live on campus. One of the things that I think really speaks to all of this is just that we're also an affordable option. So I realize that this is an average. You take that with a grain of salt, but for a list price of $60,000, our average total is $16,000. We do that through scholarships. You're going to be competing for some of those. Some you'll learn when you apply. You'll learn right out of the gate. Last thing I would say, I would encourage you to check out, whether you scan that QR code, you go to Custom ViewBox, you go to owu.edu. I'm the only Rob in the admission office. I will be your admission counselor throughout this process, and I'll put my info in the chat. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Ohio Wesleyan University. We will now have Ohio University.
Good evening. My name is Stacey Oliver, and I serve as a regional recruitment manager at Ohio University. I work with students throughout Indiana and share the territory with my colleague Cody Lennon, who is in chat and would be happy to answer any questions that you have as well. So let's get started. We can't talk about Ohio University without first talking about our location. We are also in the great state of Ohio. You may have noticed the theme here in this 6x6. We're in the southeastern part of the state, situated in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. Campus truly does look like the photos that you're going to see in our slide deck today, with the rolling hills in the background, the blue skies, and just the sprawling campus full of green space. We are often named one of the most beautiful campuses in the United States, as well as the best college small town. So we like to brag about that and show off pictures, and we'd also love to invite you to visit campus. What you see here is Uptown Athens, and this is just footsteps from the main part of campus known as College Green. This is where students spend a great deal of time when they're not in classes. This is where you'll find shopping, dining, coffee shops. You'll find some familiar restaurant names like a Starbucks that was definitely not there when I was a student, but you'll also find lots of local options that we hope that you'll explore with your family and with your new friends. There's also a great deal of outdoor recreation in Athens and the surrounding area, including a 21-mile paved bike path, as well as a national forest and outdoor recreation area for kayaking, hiking, and cycling. So there's always something to do, see, or explore in and around Athens. Ohio University has been around for more than 200 years, and we are exceptionally proud of our history, but we are even more proud of the ways that we continue to innovate and deliver an education to you. We offer more than 250 majors, and you can combine those for double majors, add a minor, add a certificate, and you're going to hear a lot of schools during your college search talk about the number of majors they have. That's important because you want to be able to explore, but we're also really proud of the ways that we deliver that education to you in a personalized way. We have a 16-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which means you are learning directly from faculty who are experts in their field. We also provide one-on-one peer mentoring, academic advising, access to the Writing Center, and more than 90% of our first-year students participate in a learning community where they take classes with other first-year students who have similar majors or academic interests. So you have a built-in study group and support system during that transition to the university. We do have 2 honors programs at Ohio University that we're proud of, including our nationally ranked and recognized Honors Tutorial College and the Ohio Honors Program. They offer similar experiences depending on your major or what you're interested in studying, and we really bring the out-of-classroom experience into the honors experience so that you have opportunities to engage in the community, participate in research and creative activity, and hone your leadership skills. We also know that what you do outside of the classroom is just as important as what you do inside the classroom. We're home to more than 600 student organizations where you'll have more ability to hone those leadership skills, people management skills, and connect with students from other academic interests. We have 16 NCAA Division I teams, as well as 30 club sports and 20 intramural sports, so lots of ways to stay active. And we offer hundreds of Arts for Ohio events throughout the year. Students can attend all of our varsity athletic events and Arts for Ohio events at no additional charge. We think that your time at Ohio University is when you should be exploring your interests and passion. And the best way we can do that is by throwing open the doors and inviting you to participate in as much as possible. We are a classic residential campus, so all first and second year students live in one of our more than 30 residence halls, and you get to choose which residence hall, which room, and who your roommate will be as early as your first year, so you can find the community where you're going to be most successful. And of course, it's dinner time, so we have to mention our food and and drink venues throughout campus. A hallmark of our dining experience is that we locally source many of our ingredients from within a 30-mile radius of campus, truly supporting our local economy and giving you a personalized experience. We are a diverse and inclusive community, and some of the offices you see here are access and resources for students on campus to help them receive support, networking, peer mentorship. There's also student organizations who are tied to these out of classroom offices as well, so there's more opportunities to engage. A couple of things about affordability and scholarships. We do provide a locked-in tuition guarantee, meaning the tuition that's in place your first year is guaranteed to you for 12 consecutive semesters. That means that you can plan now for what the cost of college will be. Your tuition and housing fees will never go up, and that's an incredibly important thing to us. We also guarantee an on-time and on-plan graduation for students. If we fail in some way because a class isn't offered or something doesn't go right with your academic advising, we commit to making that right at no additional expense to you. You also have the ability to connect with our more than 260,000 living alumni throughout the world. And so we really try to focus on how we're going to give back to you in the same way that we hope that you'll consider giving back to OU in the future. All students who apply to the university are automatically considered for merit scholarships, so there's no additional application needed for that. Just your admission application gets you full consideration for that, and we do offer upper class scholarships every year because we want to continue to honor the academic progress that you make. What you see here are tuition and fees for this year, so this gives you some idea of expense before those merit scholarships are applied to the bill. And of course, as I mentioned, merit scholarships receive automatic consideration, so you would see that cost drop down automatically. We don't have a full list of things that students are required to have to apply at Ohio University. So what you see here is a common curriculum, but this isn't a checklist. These are some of the college prep things that we do look for in our applicants. And we are fully and completely test optional. This was a permanent decision made by the Board of Trustees. Students who apply to be test optional can receive direct admission to their academic programs, all merit-based scholarships, and they're eligible for our Honors and Scholars program. So there's no hidden asterisk next to our test optional policy. We are fully, completely, and transparently test optional moving forward. We do have a few more selective admissions programs. So
Ohio University, we will be moving forward with University of St. Thomas. Thank you so much.
Hey team, my name is Elise DeWald. I am a senior admissions counselor at the University of St. Thomas, which I believe is our only non-Ohio school presenting today. We are located in Minnesota, and I work with all students from Indiana, so looking forward to giving you all more information about the University of St. Thomas. So we will get started with our locations. We are actually located in the Twin Cities, across both St. Paul and Minneapolis. We have 6,000 undergraduate students, 10,000 students total, but 6,000 undergraduate students. So students who are coming to us right after high school are living and learning on our St. Paul campus, which is a very residential, small college town feel, but in a major metropolitan area. It's very close to the Mississippi River, which provides a lot of great hiking and running trails and rollerblading, but then also very close to downtown St. Paul and downtown Minneapolis, which provide endless entertainment and professional development opportunities like internships and everything like that. Our students can go between the two campuses. Primarily graduate students are on the Minneapolis campus, but students can go between the two campuses at no cost with our St. Thomas shuttle bus, which takes students to both campuses around the year. So not just during the academic year, but it's going right now over the summer months as well. Unfortunately, we cannot bring you to our third campus at no cost, which because it's located in Italy, in Rome. Our Bernardi campus is located right by the Vatican, and it houses a lot of our study abroad programs. Studying abroad is very big at St. Thomas, where 59% of our students will study abroad at least once over their 4 years. And if Italy is not on your list of places you'd like to go, fear not, we have over 100 programs sending students to nearly 50 countries. Next, we'll talk a little bit on academics. We are a liberal arts university, and you'll kind of hear me describe what's called something that you probably heard often, which is that St. Thomas has the best of both worlds when it comes to size. You know, we're small enough that you're going to get a lot of that personal attention. You're going to be consider or able to access all of our largest and most popular, and at other institutions, sometimes the most competitive majors. But you don't need to apply separately for any of our most popular majors. So our business program is the best in the state and one of the best in the Midwest. And we also have a engineering program that has the same accreditation as some of the most competitive engineering programs in the country, but our students are automatically able to access them if they're admitted to the University of St. Thomas. The only major that is exception to that no extra app policy is our nursing major, and that's just because clinic space is very rare, and our nursing students are doing clinical hours, or will be doing clinical hours in our Twin Cities hospitals and clinics. I say will because we have not officially started the nursing major. It will begin next fall. So if healthcare or nursing are on your list of potential areas of study, do know that that is an option here at St. Thomas very soon. I'll also say that we're large enough that we can offer a bunch of unique majors that sometimes are reserved for the graduate level. So areas like entrepreneurship, actuarial science, or criminal justice are all undergrad majors that you can tap into earlier in your academic tenure. I'm sure you all know that academics, while important, are not the whole encompassing part of your college experience. Like some of the other schools that have spoken, we also have a residency requirement. First year students and second year students are required to live on campus. We have 6 residence halls, and our most recent was opened in 2020. So we are growing very quickly, which is exciting. And with our residential policies, students tend to get involved very quickly. We have over 150 clubs and organizations. I'll speak more in depth about our athletics opportunities because we have made a big change. We moved this past year from Division III to Division I athletics. We are the first institution in the NCAA's modern era to make such a jump. So very exciting to see what our high quality athletics and high quality student academics can do on the national stage. If you are interested in college athletics, but you're not thinking Division I is your jam, fear not as well. We have lots of club and intramural options for students too. The last thing I'll touch on when it comes to involvement is faith and religious and spiritual life on campus. If that's an interest of yours, great. We have a variety of faith-based clubs and the Center for Campus Ministry, which actually is composed of sort of like an interfaith sort of group. So in addition to Catholic priests, we also have a Muslim faith leader, a Jewish rabbi, and a Protestant pastor as well who make up the Center for Campus Ministry. But you do not need to be engaged in any type of religious practice to attend St. Thomas. About 50% of the student body do not identify as Catholic, and we have some of those clubs include opportunities for discussion among atheist and agnostic students too. So whatever your jam is, that'll work for you. Last thing I'll just bring up is our admissions timeline. You can see that we have an early action deadline, and you'll be notified about your admissions decision when you are also notified about your scholarships. We are test optional, and you are automatically considered for all of our scholarships upon applying to the university. They range from $12,000 to $33,000, renewable over 4 years. And I guess I will stop it at there and look forward to interacting with y'all in the chat or in the next section. Thank you.
Thank you so much to all of our colleges today for speaking about your programs. I'm going to ask all of you in the order that you presented to share with our students today what advice you would give someone going through the college search process. And we can start with Amy.
Hello. So I actually used to work on the high school side as a college counselor. So I still kind of stick with the same things, that it's very important to think about programs, price, and place. But I also think it's really important to apply to places that you might think would be out of reach, because you have no idea that they very well may not be out of reach. So I think that that's kind of, the biggest thing. I used to make spreadsheets with my kids and kind of say, here's the things that are important to you. Let's look it up. Let's fill in the spreadsheet and see what's the best. So I encourage everybody to look at big, look at small, look at middle. You never know what you might really want in the end.
Yeah, that's great advice. I agree as well. Yeah, don't kind of count anyone out. I know speaking particularly from where we sit, CCAD, being a private arts focused institution, a lot of times that seems intimidating or highly selective. I don't know if I can put a portfolio together, meet your requirements. The price point can sometimes be intimidating as well. But what a lot of students don't recognize is that we have a wide range of merit scholarships available and a wide range of financial aid, some associated with portfolios, some associated with academics and other need-based items as well. So yeah, don't count anyone out. Like Amy said, I really agree. Like, do your research, look big, look small, and definitely explore more than just, does a school have your program or your major? There's so much more to that 4-year experience that you're gonna look to embark on.
That's definitely more or less along the line of what I was originally going to say. So my backup piece of advice for you all is definitely make plans to visit colleges and universities that you are interested in. I know that especially this last year and a half or so, that's been a bit more challenging. There's nothing quite like being on a college's campus to get a feel for if that place is the right fit for you. And to that point, take advantage of all of the different things that colleges offer on those visits. So I know that at the Mount, we're happy to set you up to meet with a faculty member in the major of your choice. We're happy to set you up to talk with a coach if you're interested in athletics, or a student leader of a club if you're interested in specific clubs or student orgs. Really take advantage of that full experience and get onto the campus if you're interested in.
On the flip side of that, I would say you also want to be honest with yourself throughout this process, right? So just because an institution is right for your friends doesn't necessarily mean it's a good fit for you. You can still be friends with them. And as that pertains to your application and as you're asking questions on your visits that we just heard about, think about what's really a good fit for you, and think about what you're trying to get out of this experience. And don't worry about what, you know, the folks on this call, don't worry about what we're trying to hear in your application, right? So there's no right or wrong answer in your essay. There's not a set of questions that we think are off limits. So be true to yourself, be honest with this process. I think you'll get a much better experience that way. And we're here to help.
I would echo what's already been shared and also say that leverage your conversations with admissions advisors at different institutions. We are here to help you, and we're going to be honest with you. If Ohio University is not the right fit for you because we don't offer architecture as a major, that's okay, but I'm going to be able to help you find another institution that does offer it and is a good fit. So use us, talk to us, reach out to us. We are knowledgeable and we're connected with each other in a way that we can help refer you to that place that might be a better fit for you personally and educationally.
Gosh, I keep having to go back to the drawing board because I'm like, oh, I was going to say that. I guess the only thing I would add, in addition to leveraging connections with admissions professionals, is find ways to connect with students on campus, because while what we have to say is, I think, pretty valuable and informational, a lot of us may not be alumni of the institution, so we leave our universities at the end of the day, or if we were alumni, our experiences might not be relevant because of just how long ago it was, or maybe we just are looking for something completely different than what you're looking for, but you can still find a home at the university or college that you're looking at, and perhaps another student can speak to that. And I know all of us offer ways for you to connect with current students, whether that's in an in-person event or virtual event, or maybe just like through an informal sort of connection.
Thank you very much to all of our presenters, and thank you for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. As I mentioned earlier, at the start of this session, we encourage you to check back the schedule and sign up for more sessions. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of our other sessions at strivescan.com/Indiana. Thank you again, everyone, and have a good evening.